And there's no goal more important than shalom, peace. The Talmud says that peace is the principal pillar upon which the world stands. There's no city in the world that has more shalom than the city of New York. And we're very honored here tonight to have the principal architect of our shalom, and that is Police Commissioner Oddo. We're very grateful for his program of neighborhood policing, which has brought neighbors together, police and community, and helped to garner those other two pillars which are indispensable, and that is emet and mishpat, truth and justice. Indeed, the three are one. You've got to have truth and justice in order to have shalom, peace. We've come here tonight to nurture that concept of shalom, and here in Staten Island we have such a beautiful environment in which the conduct of one person with another becomes a model for the entire city.
What's unique about Staten Island is that we place the needs of the people first. People go into the equation, and we bring together, such as here tonight by COJO, civic leaders, members of the clergy, who have one thing in mind: public safety and a better quality of life for our people that reside here.
I am proud to introduce to you a friend of mine, a friend of Staten Island, a friend of the community, our Borough President, Jimmy Oddo. There was a time on Staten Island in the 1980s where it felt like when you left the Staten Island Mall, there was a 50-50 chance your car was still going to be there. These numbers didn't happen by accident. These numbers are historic because of the men and women of this police department and because of leadership. Whether you are a business, the aforementioned New York Mets, or the New York City Police Department, leadership is the difference between success and failure. And we have been privileged in this borough locally to have great leadership, and we are blessed to have this department led by wonderful leadership. And certainly I feel nothing but a strong affinity and respect for Commissioner O'Neill. He was the right person for this job, and I think he has demonstrated that. We appreciate all of you in blue. We
have people trust us, and that's how we continue to push crime down. It's not just traditional crime, it's terrorism too. Now make no mistake about it, I've been the commissioner now for almost 17 months. There have been 3 terrorist attacks in New York City since September of 2016. They weren't attempted terrorist attacks, they weren't terrorist related, they were terrorist attacks. The first full day was the Chelsea bombing. Halloween of this year was the West Side truck attack. And in December we had a suicide bomber in the New York City subway, 4, 2, and 8. So these are not just threats. This is a reality that we now face. I had the opportunity to go to Israel a couple of years ago. And the way they live there is just it's a little bit different than the way we live here. It's not living in fear. You know, it's okay, we're humans, it's okay to be afraid once in a while, but we have to have resilience. We have to all work together to make sure that we continue to keep ourselves safe from terrorism and continue to keep ourselves safe from traditional crime. And again, it's not something that we do by ourselves. We have great partners with the district attorney, we have great partnerships with the electeds, we have great partnerships with the U.S. attorneys, we have great partnerships, quite frankly, with the federal agencies, and specifically the FBI. Bill Sweeney is the assistant director in charge of the New York office of the FBI, and they understand what their mission is, and that's to help us keep the city safe. I know they've been in the news lately, they've been embattled, but from what I see and from what I know, the brave men in the FBI continue to keep this country safe, and they continue to keep this city safe.
This fare evasion policy is a case in point. And I was a transit cop. I know you have to control access to the system. And if you don't, crime's going to go up. There's 6 major crimes a day in the transit system, so that's 6 crimes with 6 million people. And if we don't control that access to the system, and Nicole, thank you for your support on this, crime's going to go up without a doubt. So, but people have to be held to task. You know, a civil summons, a TAB summons is good for 75% of the people. We could probably reduce arrests somewhat, but there are still an element out there where they need to face a judge, and they need to suffer the consequences. You know, although the fare is not great, but it's still a crime.
It's very important to know that. Last year at this time, when we first met, we were in the throes of hate crime, bombing, threats all over the place. We don't hear too much about that now. I mean, it's kind of like on the down low, right? Why we haven't done such a better job of that?
So I'm going to let Mark Molinari speak about that. Mark, you got a mic down there?
Great, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Commissioner. I joined the Imam Tax Force Commission as commanding officer 11 months ago, exactly today, and I came in during those struggles. I came in during the height of peak of hate crimes. We were talking about being up 100% in some categories, 180% in some categories. I'd like to say to the help of the community, and I'd like to say through my unit, the work that they've done, and the publicity that the community has gotten us in hate crimes, that is what's reduced our numbers, that we actually came in with a decrease last year. The publicity of our arrests convinced people to stop their behaviors that were causing that. And as I said, we came in a few crimes down last year, citywide in hate crimes. We came in a few crimes up in Staten Island last year with 18 hate crimes across Staten Island. 7 of those were against the Jewish community, and 4 of those were in this building, with bomb threats coming in from Israel. Our partisan FBI helped us out and made great arrests out there with criminal mischief and acts of vandalism here and across the street. We put a lot of work into those. We closed out half our cases last year in Staten Island to arrests. And I'm happy to say, as of right now, I usually caution using the word happy, I'm happy to say right now in Staten Island there are 0 hate crimes in 2018. I'd like to see that across the board in the rest of the city. I would say that I'd like to see the day the commissioner fires me because no one needs me anymore to do this job. But I look forward to the day with 0 hate crimes. Because the number we're at last year with less than 1 hate crime a day is still obviously.
We can't arrest our way out of this problem, but there is a place for arrests. On the enforcement end, we need to find the dealers, we need to identify them, we need to build the best possible cases we can to bring them to the district attorney for the strongest possible prosecution, and get the people who sell this poison to our children and put them in prison.
About how sometimes policies that come out of the city or state kind of set us back. And in 2009, there was legislation that was passed in Albany that actually changed the way we deal with drug dealers. And yes, if somebody commits a first-time offense to feed their habit, diversion program is great. I applaud our district attorney for being able to see the difference between a first-time offender and a second-time offender who's feeding their habit, a true addict, and that person should go to treatment. But what they've done in Albany, and the DA and I have had plenty of discussions about this, is that they're now allowing people with multiple felony convictions to go to treatment with those first-time offenders. So people like the man who murdered police officer Randolph Holder a couple of years ago. This is somebody with 4 felony drug convictions. He had 24 arrests on his record, and yet he was allowed to go to diversion, and that was able to put him back on the street, and he murdered one of our police officers. And so I want to just commend our district attorney for knowing the difference between somebody who is a true addict and is committing a crime to feed their habit, and an individual who is a hardened criminal who shouldn't be given that opportunity. I think that's really important, because I have a bill in Albany with Senator Marty Golden to close that loophole. And I think that is one big step. 2009 is when this crisis really started. 2009 is when we saw these numbers go up, and if you look at the charts, you'll see how it's gone up since then. I think this is one of the biggest reasons, because we're not getting those hardened drug dealers off the streets.
We're out there doing food packages with the community. We're out there having constant dialogue. It's about people getting together and talking. We live in the texting generation. We say, please pass the milk by a dinner table, it's not acceptable. I know the borough president could give a good commentary on that, but the thing is about getting to know each other. And I credit the Community Affairs, Chief Delatorre for working very hard, Mike McMahon and James Oddo being men of vision, men of seeing the challenges of people not talking with each other, how to breaking open those doors. And by continuing the forum we have tonight, and thank you, Scott, for putting this together. God bless you all.
Okay, so
I think in April, every precinct in Staten Island is going to be a neighborhood policing command. And in each and every one of the sectors in those commands, they have meetings. So you have to go on buildtheblock.nyc. It's a website, and you see when your sector meeting is. If you could attend those meetings are run by police officers. They're not run by the sergeants, they're not run by the captains. This is a grassroots level meeting where you get to meet the cops that patrol your neighborhood, the 2 NCOs and the 12 sector cops. So it's buildtheblock.nyc. Thanks.
if there's one goal you want to tackle, what would that be?
And as the police commissioner in the city, it's easy just to keep pushing crime down. That's it. That's it, keeping people safe.
I would say to partner in that and to keep working in partnership with the PD to bring down those numbers and keep people safe. And then also partner with my colleague here, Jim Otto, and everybody else to bring a community justice center to Staten Island, which is a wonderful model that brings, it's a problem-solving court that's been very successful and brings together thoughtful justice with the supportive services that people need so that you can break out that cycle of recidivism, whether it's mental health or addiction or lack of education, whatever it is.
I was very impressed. I think this was wonderful, and it's important for the community to hear actually what our officials say and get to know them. And I'm very pleased that there will be top brass takedowns here.
Tonight's affair was fantastic. You know, it makes the community feel more safe than ever, and this is what we need. We need more community outreach, and by having this and having more of these will help in the future keep crime down. Thank you.
So that forgotten borough that we always hear about is getting better.
Right. Our forgotten borough, as everybody says, it is getting better. It's improving, and we'll never be forgotten, believe me, especially with Mendy helping us from COJO. Thank you.